Both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Tigers ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. The toss to the outside. Finding open areas. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. The Noles injecting some attitude, throwing the spear down and declaring they're going to run the football.
Run the football, be aggressive. This is the part of the offense that, remember, it was a long time, Florida State offensive line play wasn't good enough. They got to get that physicality, that run game, if they want to be a great program again.
The Noles just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They try to get it outside on the left. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. The sweet feet buy a little time. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Handoff from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
The Seminoles pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Takes the handoff. It's Haynes. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Trying to set up the screen. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
The Seminoles trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Noles! They're on the board first here in the season opener.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got his man on the outside. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Flying out to the left. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll try to get outside. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
That is not an easy situation if you're an offensive lineman, 2nd and 3rd and long, because you know the D-line, they're coming. They know you're throwing the football. As an O-lineman, you better get out of your stance and get your hands up and punch and not miss, because if you do, then that's what happens right there.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time. They had it much better field position this time around. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Clemson is quick to the line. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Using his feet to buy time. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
You gotta love this guy's speed, and obviously throughout his football career, it's paid dividends for him, but this ain't high school anymore. You just can't outrun everybody like you used to back on Friday nights. This defense is fast. They were able to get him outside of the pocket, chase him down, bring him to the ground for a huge loss.
Try to put a drive together starting from the 36. He wants to change this route. Toss sweep to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the offense goes toss play, but guys, they do it running into the boundary where there's just not a lot of space and room to work for the running back. He had nowhere to go, and he got tackled for a loss.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. That pass falls incomplete, and it wraps up an entertaining first. Both offenses doing damage. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did.
Great job by the running back here on that third down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these third down type plays to move the sticks.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. DB's right up on the receivers. He'll keep it himself. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. A lot of places, quarterbacks don't want to run, but it's part of the DNA for a signal caller at Clemson.
And why wouldn't you do this if you're coaching college football? I mean, it's a numerical advantage. It's an easy thing to do. Instead of handing off and standing there as a quarterback, when you use his feet, you get that +1, and it's easier to run the football. It's easier offense, and it's harder on defense, and Clemson has had as much success in the country as anybody over the last 10 years.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And they're not on the same page there.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback. On 3rd down, really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. We mentioned the number of players they lost, but you can only focus on the guys who are wearing your uniform. Can't worry about those who left, have to worry about those you have. But any concerns that you guys have about making moves like this?
I think excitement more than concerns, honestly. They got some key guys that had success in other programs, and I think the fans today, David, are interested to see how these guys play today.
Well, and how they come together, because you've seen these players in other sports.
Looking for a deep man. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the 2nd level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
The give to the tailback. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Clemson jumps to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Able to pick his way forward for a deep. game before the defense gets him down.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. On the ground, it's Davidson. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And if that don't light your fire, your wood is wet. The best play on a field is when the big boy, the most athletic people on the field, the defensive linemen, make game-changing, awesome, super athletic interceptions.
They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. The give to the back. Runs through a tackle. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41. And the Noles in the hurry-up. Might be changing the route. Now they'll run it on the toss. Past the 45. Oh, he found a space on the right. Touchdown, Florida State. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Oklahoma State is just boat racing them right now, thanks to an offense that's putting up video game numbers. They're up 14 over the Rebels. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to go up top on first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. The DBs will back off a bit. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Hauls it in down the sideline. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Hey, the defense knew coming into this one this guy was going to be a factor, but they have done nothing to stop him. They don't have any answers, This guy already has over 100 yards receiving, and we're not even done the half.
Motion from the back. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the right. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Looking to throw on first down. Fires it. It's caught downfield. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And the Seminoles need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And that third down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
And that's the play the defense finally needed, man. They were getting gashed early. First two drives, they gave up 2 touchdowns. They knew they had to be able to get off the field. Great job creating the incompletion there on third down, now setting up fourth.
He's got it. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here's the question, how aggressive will the play calling be? Send the tight end in motion. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing failed.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Just enough time for one final play of the half. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Seminoles will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Trying to set the tone with the run. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Now the play fake. Works the middle. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Clemson has just been prolific at the receiver position. More scheme or more talent? I'd argue it's both, David.
Yeah, I argue more talent over the years, just dudes on the outside that win. And you know what? I think Clemson, as much as anybody in the country, has always featured those guys. And you want to play one-on-one with those guys, or you want to give them a cushion like they'll throw it right now, and they've always believed in those guys out wide. And you know what? They usually come through for them.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Grabbed in the middle. It's Lanier. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there. Safeties are going to be there. So you got to be able to take that hit and hold on to that football.
Clemson set up with another first down. The give on the option.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Gives it on the option. Got enough for the first down and wants more. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Creates a little space. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Clemson is quick to the line. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Now he's going to break the pocket. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work on second down in the red zone and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Gives it on the option. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got it. Touchdown, Clemson. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in the clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback making checks. Trying to get the corner. Oh, he's got a chance. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
If you want to test the physicality of the defense, get the toss play going. Get the outside run game working, because those DBs are going to have to find ways to fight off blocks, and you're going to find out just how badly these little guys want to put their face in the fan.
Wants to throw on first down. Safe completion on the screen.
Well, the offense trying to get the screen pass to the running back and get him out into space to do some damage, but the defense not having it. No gain on that play.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. And they can't make the play on third down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
He'll field the punt and see what he can get. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking for space. It's Green. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on first down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on second down, and now put him in a third and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Clemson will send the punt team out. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again. Create some momentum. Just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
The Seminoles are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in. It's Thompson. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. The Noles will try to pin them back with the punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Wants to bring it back. Makes the tackle really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Handoff to the single running back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time. Blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Hand off from the shotgun. Breaks into the open. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Clemson. Once he got some room, it was over. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He'll try the left side. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Making side adjustments here. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
And the D does it again. I feel like it's a repeat. We could play that over and over today. They've had a great game against the pass, against the run, limiting the big plays, and they do it again. Just watch them where they're supposed to be. They're physical. They don't give up a lot of tackles, a lot of yards after the tackle. Just a great performance by this team.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quick completion on the out. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And now my mindset has to completely change. Listen, we needed points. That's over. Like, plenty of time left, over 3 minutes on the clock. I got to get me a stop, and I got to get that football back so my offense can score some points.
Breaking out the jet sweep. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
And it's almost as if the defense knew that jet sweep was coming. Great job getting penetration at the point of attack, and they were in the backfield, nowhere for the receiver to go.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. Fires to the wideout. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Caught in the backfield, it's Jefferson. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They go to the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
I think at this point of the game now in the 2nd half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out in the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Makes a connection. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Glenn. Unloads to the right. And the misconnection on the first attempt. See if he gets a little looser.
Well, there have been way too many incompletions for this offense in this game. It's a big reason why they're trailing, obviously. They've never been able to get into a rhythm, and at this juncture here on a 2-minute situation in your own end, you got to find ways to start throwing completions somewhere out on the field to get back in this game.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation when you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. A couple of teams of this caliber